This is the kinky hair map, where kinky hair is dominant. Kinky hair is African hair texture. Kinky or woolly hair shows a very tight curvature. It is usually associated with sub-Saharan Africans. If left uncut, it can develop into a large rounded shape, much like a halo, the afro hair. Despite this name, kinky hair also appears in other tropical regions like in the Negrito groups of the Andaman Islands, Malay Peninsula, and Philippines. It may be found in, I say found in New Guinea pygmies, and was present even in temperate climates among the extinct Tasmanians. Some assume kinky hair developed to protect the head against strong solar radiation. The term kinky has sometimes been applied to describe other hair textures, which is cat. We are eulatrii. You, you see, it's not on the horn. So when they talk about this north and Horn of Africa, these are Gillics. They don't have our kinky hair. These are not African haired people. Look at this shit. What is it? Afro hair. Well, why wouldn't everybody in Africa have Afro hair as being Africans? Hi, I'm an African and I don't have Afro hair. Come on, man. Y'all can't keep. Come on, man. Hair texture varies greatly in humans because of its strong correlation with regional ancestry. Hair texture has been used as a secondary or even primary classifier of race by several early anthropologists. Hair texture in humans ranges from coarse straight to peppercorn hair. Peppercorn is Corey saying that's like the kinkiest hair. Still eulatria, still Jared. The great variation. What the fuck is that? The cave is sick. We got it back. The great variation of this trait within one species is quite unique in the animal kingdom and parallels only sheep. Hello, it says it parallels only sheep. What ethnicity has hair like wool? Hair resembling wool, characterized by extreme curl density and a tendency to form locks, and most common among people of African descent. The tightly coiled texture, often classified as type 4 hair, is distinct from looser curls, or eugilics, and is naturally occurring trait within this ethnic group of woolly-haired, wide-nosed people. While rare, highly coiled hair can appear in other populations, rare, goddammit, where it's sometimes referred to as woolly hair syndrome, it's a problem. It's not even a natural phenomenon. It's a syndrome. It's a disease, and we come in naturally woolly. So remember, Kushite does not have woolly hair. They can have type 3 hair or type 2 hair. We the only people with type 4 hair. And if they got a type 4, you have woolly hair syndrome. You all have a sickness. Check their feet. But let's run it down. Descriptions of wool-like hair. Afro-textured hair. Afro got the word Afro, that's African. Gillics don't have African hair. This hair type is characterized by teeny, thick, spiral-shaped curls that grow in dense clusters. This hair can feel coarse, thick, and form tight individual locks. It often has a fluffy, dense look similar to the appearance of wool, hence the description. Alright. Afro hair texture is a type of natural hair texture common among certain African populations around the world, not in just Africa. Remember, this is called the slave trade. They've been trading us out and bringing in invaders, Afro-Asiatic, Indo-European. This hair texture is also found in parts of Asia continent. Remember the cities, and they send us out there too. In certain regions of Oceania, it is characterized by its thickness and curliness, with the curls being a very tiny and spiraled shape. This structure gives Afro texture a denser appearance compared to other hair textures such as wavy, curly, and straight. Wavy, number 2. Curly, number 3. Straight is number 1. Historians believe Afro hair texture is the evolutionary product of an adaptive need among African ancestors who were exposed to extreme ultraviolet radiation, which we absorb, and that's what's killing them. Radiation from the sun. Some evolution experts suggest that Afro texture hair was the first hair texture of all modern humans. So remember, we got some evolutionary experts who saying that Afro hair texture is the first hair texture. So that means nobody has original hair texture anymore, except African people. Are you getting it? The word comes from the Latin eulatriae, plural, based in the Greek olatrius, thick, fleecy, woolly. They even actually had a study on this, whether we had hair or wool. So if you want to look at it, it's called the classification of mankind, hair and wool of their heads. There you go. Again, we are called eulatriae. As remember, we called Negroes, so there we go, black people. Black means Negro, Negro means black. So we already included, we play the Bantu. You see what I'm saying? Negroes, Bantus, which one you want to play? Hottentots, that's Khoisans, you see what I'm saying? The yellow-skinned, Negritos, you see what I'm saying? No, goddamn, the Afro-Asiatic is down here. All y'all want the Dravidians and these Indians, we ain't got nothing to do with their Sumatra, as well as they are not Platurine, so they don't come wide nose. Remember, we come Platurine and woolly hair. There are no trade-offs. That's our ubiquitous feature. Woolly hair, which is eulatriae, and Platurine nose. So remember, you say Platurine, eulatriae. They are Lipterine, Cymatriae, or they are Platurine Cymatriae, which is the Australian. Remember, they still have their own Australian skulls. We don't have to share the same skull or head texture. We share nothing with them. They took land, they're there now, and they maintain it by gunfire, by technology. They enforce that way upon us via technology. These are not a strong people. Not a goddamn. If it was a wrestling match, we'd dominate. If it was a fight, we'd be on top. But you see the Northeast African as a Cymatriae, as well as the Dravidian and the Australian. So remember, y'all keep want to say Dravidian and Australian playing this skin color game when it's a hair texture game and it's a phenotype, it's a skull type. Tell them miss you with that. They are not eulatriae, nor are they Platurine. They're not coming with the double whammy. They're gonna hit you with the either or. My cousin has woolly hair. What about the wide nose? No. My sister has a wide nose. What about the woolly head? No. Come on, man. You gotta watch them. That's why they don't show their faces, because they're gonna show a Lipterine nose and some Cymatriae head to speak to my point of you being the point of falling in the Cymatriae category, whether you like it or not, or disagree with it or not. Your presentation puts you under here. You either Cymatriae, eulatriae, or Liatria. Let's run that gauntlet. So again, we go to the goddamn etymology, and it's thick, fleecy. Dealing with the head game, eulatriae, this group includes various African races, the Aboriginals of Tasmania, New Guinea, Melanesia, among others. The Greek word, yada yada yada, curly, woolly, or thick. It is rooted in terms of, yeah. But you see, none of you curly heads is under the Cymatriae. None of you Gillics. Again, when you get into the cave, the invading cave in Africa, they should go back to the caves in Natufia. The Natufians had their own cave, the oldest headlights combs, and they still have the obtuse, narrow Caucasoid skull, as well as the Caucasian head texture Cymatria. So remember, regardless of the skin tone, we coming with wide nose. Look, woolly head, wide nose, and pronopsis. The Holy Trinity. The cave can't escape that. The cave got to remove all that to make themselves indigenous, because the African phenotype, they don't have none of it. They're using skin tone to play like they're African, and being in Africa to play like they're African, as well as having a rich racist and slave trade background. Everybody. Because that's how you know who's who. They don't identify as African, they identify by their nations. I'm not African, I'm Moroccan. I'm not African, I'm Egyptian. All those are fucking Arab situations. Arab invasions and Arab homelands. If you look up the Arab homeland in the Arab League, if North in the Horn of Africa, stop playing. Tell them stop quoting people that got wide noses. So don't bring up anybody with a wide nose if you don't come from wide nose ancestry, cave babies. We got wide noses and woolly hair, but they gonna bring up the people that got that milk drinking ancestry. You know what I mean? Them Nilotics and them Khoisans, but they Eulatriae family. They are Jarir brothers and sisters. The cave is something different. You are coming with a Caucasian skull, a Lipterine nose, and Cymatriae head. We're coming, look, Platurine, that's chaos. Nose is wide. Samuel Jackson, nose is wide. 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 We all got woolly hair. We got woolly hair inside and outside of Africa. No matter the geography, no matter the timeline, we retain our wide nose, woolly hair, and pronoptism. You're mad. You got Caucasian features today. So your strong Caucasian features are showing in your bone structure and head texture. And this is King Jarir in your goddamn cave.